Hello, Bella Beauties and Bella Bows, and welcome back to my channel, Bella Blaque TV. I'm Bella Blaque. Of course, we have another great dater today. We have John. We're going to welcome to the stage, John. Wait just a moment. Right, John is able to join us now. I'm going to add him to the stage now. Can you hear me, John? Okay, sound like you have audio now. Do you have audio? Can you hear me? Oh, mute. Let's see.
Can you hear me?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay. Can you try to say something?
Can you hear me?
Nah, I still can't.
And you don't have me on any Bluetooth or anything? All right, so we have those technical issues out the way, and we are going to resume the interview. All right, so welcome back to the stage, John, and welcome back to Bella Blaque TV. So
Thanks
today
for
we're
having
going
me.
to find you a person. Oh, we're going to set out on that journey anyway. All right, so let's dive into these questions. So if you can state your location and your age.
Mhm. Yeah, so I'm in Plano, Texas, and I am 35.
Okay, good deal. All right, so what is your occupation and for how long?
Yeah, so I am an insurance adjuster as well as a mortgage broker. I've been doing the insurance thing for about 3 years, and mortgage brokerage about 5 years.
Good deal. Do you enjoy what you do?
Oh yeah, I love it. I love it. Get to meet interesting people, learn their stories. Um,
Right,
and I
right.
like helping and educating. So yeah, I really love it.
Okay, good deal. All right, so what are some of your hobbies?
Yeah. So one of my hobbies is working out. Um, I love strength training, functional training, things of that sort. I'm a Texan, so I'm big on like grilling,
Okay.
smoking, briskets and stuff like that. Like you're not a Texan if you never smoked a brisket. So uh, I love
Yeah.
live music, things of that sort. But yeah, have quite a few hobbies.
All right. Well, since it's Memorial Day, did you get on the grill today?
Not today.
Not
Uh,
today.
yeah, not today. For the fourth,
All right. What you
I'm
say?
ready for. I said I'm ready for the 4th of July though.
I know it, right? I know it. All right. Did you have any other hobbies before we move on to the next question?
Oh no, we good. We good.
All right. Okay. So, have you ever been married? And if so, what is your current marital status? Whether that's never married, divorced, separated, and estranged, widowed. What is your marital status?
Yeah, so I've never been married, and right now I'm currently single. So
All right. Okay. Good deal. All right. Do you have children? And if so, how many? And what are their ages? And do you desire to have more?
yeah, so my son he is 10. He actually turns 11 next month. So I would love to have more children with my wife one day if it's something that she wants to do. So I've always envisioned having my own family, raising kids together. So yeah.
Okay. Good deal. All right. So, what is one negative trait about yourself that you took from your last relationship that you're currently working on or will work on? And why do you think it's a negative trait?
hmm that's a good question. Oh, so for me, I would say that hmm, it's not ignoring. Like I'm one of those type of people. I take things at face value. So if you tell me something, I'll just take it for what it is. but learning to dive deeper sometimes. Um, because like I'm one of those type of people. I'm very inquisitive, so I care, and I show that I care or interested in learning about you by asking questions. So the
Mhm.
answers that you give me, I kind of just, I take it for what it is. Like if you tell me it's okay or this is what's bothering you, I'm gonna take it as that. But I know sometimes people want you like question
Right.
the question. So it's just like, okay, so I'm learning that.
Right. Just being able to recognize when somebody needs to talk, vent, or just need that listening ear, and then just, I guess, accommodating to their needs in that particular moment versus just, like I said, taking their word at face value and just moving on when they say that everything is okay or, yeah,
Mhm.
everything is good. So that's understandable. All right. How do you handle or deal with conflict?
Man, how do I handle the conflict? It really just depends on the situation, because I mean, different conflicts require different approaches.
Mhm.
As far as domestic, if there's a situation, let's say my spouse, I mean, my partner is frustrated about something that I did, I'll just
Mhm.
sit down and I'll affirm them and let them know, like, hey, whatever it is I did, I apologize, and just listen to them to see, what is it, about what I did that really bother them. Because sometimes it's not what you did, it's why or how
Mhm.
it made them feel. So just really try to find that common ground and listen with empathy. Then, based off of that, hopefully, we can come to some type of resolution that works for the both of us. So, moving forward, we won't have to deal with the same thing. So, yeah.
Most definitely. So you do allow them to, I guess, deal with it in the way that they need to deal with it, rather that's just walk away for a little bit and then come back and revisit the situation. Or are you the type like, no, we need to talk about this and get this resolved now?
Mm, I really don't buy myself in with that because, again, every person is different and each
Mhm.
situation is different. Because there could be a situation if temperatures are kind of high, hey, we may do need to take a step back. We
Right.
may do, need to assess some things because, are you really mad at me or am I really upset with you? Or it's because one of us had a long day. Some
Right.
things are worth, so you continue on your. Can
Oh, your audio's cutting out real bad. I'm not for
you hear
sure.
me?
I can hear you. It's like it goes in and out. So, but you can just continue to keep on talking. Hopefully, the video is picking it up.
Okay, got you. So if it's like something small, yeah, we can address it in and there. But it just, like I said, it's about having situational awareness is key.
Right. Are you still talking? Because I can't.
No, no, I was waiting on the next question.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, it's like the audio is glitchy, and it might be on my end, so I'm not for sure. And I know sometimes when it's glitchy like that, it'll pick up on the video to where it's actually catching what you're saying. It's just I couldn't hear it in the particular moment, so that's why that might be on my end. All right, so we'll
Okay.
go ahead and move on to the next question. Is religion or spirituality important to you? And if so, what do you believe in and or practice? And is it important to you that your mate practice or follow those same beliefs?
Yes. So I'm a Christian. I actively serve in my church and in actively serving my community. So, according to the Bible and what I believe, we can't walk together unless we agree. And that's one of those things like, hey, don't want to be unequally yoked. So we have to at least, no, I wouldn't say at least. Like for me, uh, you gotta not only, I wouldn't say religious, but you have to have a relationship with God.
Right.
You have to have an active relationship. Like you got to be in your word. You have to have a prayer life, and because ultimately it sets the tone for how a relationship will go and how you would deal with me. So you have to have that. And I prefer for this person, to actually be serving. before we meet, because I've been in situations to where a young lady will see me active, then all of a sudden they're like, "Oh, yeah, I'm gonna go to your church," or "Oh, I want to start serving too." But it's like, are you doing this for me, or are you doing this because you generally have a relationship with God? So
Mm, okay, good deal. All right. So, do you believe in therapy? Why or why not?
yes, I am a huge advocate for therapy, um, especially when you go about it with a plan. And there's different types of therapy. Me myself, I love uh, occupational behavior therapy. It works for me because it allows me to really understand why I have certain reactions, or break down the why behind my thought processes. You know, everyone has their own type that works for them, but that what works for me. So yeah, I'm a big advocate for it.
Okay. All right. Do you believe in gender roles? And if so, what do you believe is the man's role in a marriage or long term relationship? And what is the woman's role in a marriage or long term relationship?
Uh, I don't necessarily believe in the term gender roles as far as day-to-day operations, because you have to do what's best for you and your relational dynamic, and everything moves into seasons or rhythms. uh, so it's really about what works for you and your spouse at that time, and you have to be fluid with that. But as far as leadership, yes, I do believe as a man, I do provide leadership. I believe as a man, it is my job to provide emotional stability. Um, Pretty much, we set the tone for that. That way, my spouse, my future spouse, can come in and just flow. She can be her best self without having to worry or take the gauge of the relationship, because I let her know where we stand, and if adjustments need to be made on my end, she always has my ear for me to listen, and hopefully vice versa. I have her ear as well.
Right. Okay. All right. So, outside, okay, now what aesthetics or physical features are attractive to you? For example, like the hair type, the length, the style, the body type, slim, thick, curvy, thick, BBW, certain height, skin tone, facial features. What is considered attractive to you?
For me, the biggest thing for me is like natural hair. I love seeing the creativity when women, just you know, uh, let it flow. I love the locks. I love the natural cuts. I love the fades, because you can do so much with it, and you can see like that personality shine. As
Right. Mhm.
far as body types, I'm a big guy myself, so I need someone that something to hold on. Uh, so as long as as long as they're not like super skinny, I'm cool. But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of what I like.
Okay. Alrighty. I believe my purpose in life is to what? Complete that sentence.
Yeah, I believe my purpose in life is to, man, to inspire others to find their God ordained calling, specifically men, and to just encourage and empower them to be who God called them to be, so they can be better for themselves as well as their community, their future spouses, their families, and they could just achieve the life that they, within within the calling that God has for them, achieve the life that they desire. So yeah, that's what I'm called to do.
That's a good cause, and you touched on it in your last interview. So, do you mind shouting out the name of that community organization so people will have that information just in case they weren't on the last line?
Oh yeah. So my community is called the Kingmaker Network. You can follow me on IG, just John Lewis, um, or on TikTok, it's John the Kingmaker. Essentially, what it is, I give men a safe space to where they can just express themselves. Um, because a lot of times, they turn to things like, let's just be honest, sports, their frats, um, all kind of stuff. But honestly, is it really equipping them with the tools to be better? And with this, we give godly principles to help them achieve the life that they really truly desire, so they can be, like I said, better for everybody that's around them. Because when our men are strong, our communities are strong.
Most definitely. I definitely agree with that. And there are a lot of people out there, and a lot of men out there that is in need of that spiritual guidance. And so that's good that you all provide that. All right. So, what is one unique thing about yourself that most people don't know?
Unique thing about myself that most don't know. Man, I would say that most people don't realize it, but because of my stature, I really love art. I love the art of music. I love the art of theater, movies, anything like where people can express themselves. Like I'm
Mhm.
drawn to that because everyone has something unique about them. You just have to find a way to get it out. And I'm a
Right.
firm believer that a lot of the internal battles that we struggle with is because we're not comfortable expressing ourselves. So with art, it's one of those things like it's really beautiful to see like you could take what's on the inside and just project it out into the world.
Most definitely, most definitely. Just have to hone into it. Well, a lot of people don't know that they actually possess it, But if you, I guess, if you see that potential in someone, just encourage them to, to either pursue it or to, just give it a chance and see if they like it, because that might be another, avenue or release, especially within the world that we're in today, a lot of stress come up and things like that, and it just might be an outlet to be able to just go into that that place of solitude and just practice something that they actually enjoy doing. All right. Okay, so the next question is, what are your relationship status goals? An example: marriage, long-term relationship, companionship only, and why now?
Yeah. So um, I strive to be a husband. I don't just want to be married. I don't just want a wife. I want to be a husband. To me, that's an honor. As far as like be able to be a good steward of being real God's daughter. He's entrusting you to, uh, love her like Christ loved the church. That's like one of the ultimate honors to be able to do that. So that's something that I really relish and look back. I mean, look forward to, and I've been priding myself in putting in the work because I'm just being real. It was a time, like I said, I have a son that's about to be 11. I didn't do it the right way, and I had to repent. I've been trying to do things better, and I want to give my wife that honor of saying, like, hey, this is I put in the work, not just for myself, but for us. Even though I haven't met you yet, to where we can give God the glory on doing it the right way. Then we can also um, inspire other people. Like, hey, we can you if we can do it, you can do it, and we can do it together. You know.
Most definitely, most definitely. All right. So, what are your love languages that you like your partner to provide to you, and what does that look like? And list it in the order of importance to you.
Uh, I'm gonna be honest. People think I'm joking. Like
Mhm.
it just really depends on the season that you in. I'm big. I'm more so big on rhythms than like set schedule because I mean life changes. It may be a season like if I'm working a lot and I'm unable to do certain tasks, in that season I may need more so of the acts of service because if I'm locked in on deadlines, I may not be able to do, like just being real, like doing the cooking or stuff like that. I may need that to where I can have my mental capacity free, or it could be a season to where um, I do have some time, and I like to do the quality time. It just really depends on the ebbs and flows of both of our lives.
Okay. All right. Good deal. All right. What are some I'm sorry. What does the term emotional intelligence mean to you, and do you provide this in a relationship? And if so, how?
Yeah. Uh, okay, that's a great question. Emotional intelligence to me is being able to be mindful of your emotional and mental state, as well as read the room. Be mindful of your partner and understanding like it is not my job to manage their emotions, but it is my job to be mindful of
Mhm.
their emotions and be considerate of them, especially the ones that I'm aware of. And you know, it's something that I learned like, hey, it's not my job to play the guessing game, but it is my job to hold space for you to express yourself. And hopefully, it's within a healthy manner. And with even with emotional intelligence, establishing healthy boundaries to where we can both express ourselves. Because let's just be real, having emotional intelligence, with that, you have to understand that everything doesn't need to be expressed or need to be expressed in a certain type of way. So that's pretty much my view on emotional intelligence.
Okay. All right. Good deal. What are some obstacles you've encountered while trying today?
Obstacles, while so I'm pretty much new to getting back out there, but I guess for me it's just I know this sounds bad, just going to the right places to meet people. Because I've been so locked in with building and founding Kingmaker, I kind of just put dating on the back burner. But yeah, it's just going out to events, seeing, getting going out there, meeting new people, and just seeing where it goes, pretty much.
Okay. All right. Okay, still along the lines of dating, what do you believe has been the biggest challenge or impact that has affected dating as we see it today? Just not in your particular dating life, just dating overall, because a lot of people would say dating has become difficult. So, what would you say has been the biggest impact or challenge when it comes to dating, um, as to the reason why dating is the way that it is today?
Okay, that's an awesome question. It's nuanced, in my opinion. I was just talking to a friend about it, but I'm gonna shorten it. uh, the biggest thing I would say, uh, people don't really know themselves
Mhm.
before they start dating.
Right.
So once they put themselves out there, a lot of times when you don't know yourself, you're willing to conform and compromise to be something and everything to somebody who
Mhm.
may not be in alignment with your call, or you may not be in alignment with their call, but because you want something so bad, or you either want love, you either want affection or attention, you're willing to really succumb to whatever type of treatment or mold yourself or groom yourself or let them groom you to becoming this version of you that you think that they want instead
Right.
of just being you initially and knowing who you are and they are who they are and
Mhm.
you both moving in your purposes. Then you come together and be like, hey, let's see if we're compatible, because
Right.
it's no love lost, because hey, I came as my authentic self and you did too, and we just don't work. Now if it's a situation where you're just trying to be everything I'm asking you to be, and you know that this is not you, eventually I'm going to get frustrated because you can't maintain that, because this is not who you are. And you're going to be frustrated or feeling some type of way because it's like you can't keep this up. So it's
Right.
going to be eventually so let's just be real from the jump. Like, know who you are,
Right.
and I'm gonna know who I am, and hopefully, if it works, cool. If not, it's all good. But yeah,
It all comes down to alignment, because if you are trying to cater and trying to, um, I guess, appeal to what you think that this person wants, you're now looking at them like an idol, and God don't like like people serving other idols. So I definitely understand. All right, good deal. Do you believe in monogamy?
yeah, I do. I believe in it. And even for the people who try to use the Bible to disclaim it, even in the Bible, like the ones who, went who were, in polygamy, it didn't work. It usually causes more issues than anything. And I
Right.
don't want to dive too deep into it, but each instance where they had like a concubine or whatever, it was a mess, and it's to a point where we're still dealing with that today. So nah, yeah, I just need one. I'm good.
He said, "What is enough?" Okay, what are absolute deal breakers that you will not tolerate when choosing a partner?
Man, uh, for me, it will be not knowing who you are. And also not knowing who you are in God, because you got to have some direction in your life. I should not be the sole director of your life because if I may miss something, if I'm leading and I may miss something, I need you to be like, hey, this is our goal. This is what you know. This is where God is trying to take us, and I make a misstep. I need you to cover me. Just like most of the time I'll be covering, but I ain't perfect.
Mhm.
I'm gonna make
Right.
mistakes. So if you're in alignment too with God, we both walking together. But then
Right.
another thing would be just being kind hearted. One of this is something that I've noticed. I've met amazing women on paper to where they may have the degrees, they may have the money, amazing aesthetics, but they're very bitter or jaded because of something that happened to them in the past, and they're kind of punishing whoever is there in front of them because they haven't dealt with that. So being mean spirited and not being able to forgive others, and how you reference those who may have hurt you, because again, as a believer, I'm called to show agape love. That's what we're called to do. And to me, that means that, hey, even if I don't like you, I'm still called to love you. And I'm gonna do what's in, your best interest, even if it ain't mine. So, example of that, like you may deserve for me to put hands on you if you're a brother talking crazy, but because I love and respect you enough, I'm gonna go
Uh,
ahead to go another way, and spare you and show that grace and mercy. But in a relationship, it's one of those things like, hey, you may be having a bad day, somebody else, you may be triggered in that moment. I'm going to show grace to you, but I'm also going to gently remind you, like, hey, I'm not the one that you should be talking to like this. Let's unpack it, and hopefully we can, But uh, also, I would say being closed minded. That's another thing because again, everyone thinks different, and different. Our differences should be celebrated because it just means it's more than one way of doing something. And if we're going towards, a similar goal, you may see we can get there a more efficient way than me. When it comes to that, I have to be receptive of that and embrace your differences. And when the tables are, reversed, hopefully you'll do the same. So, uh, yeah, those are some of my hard no's.
all right, so they have to be able to compromise.
That too, and my whole view on compromise is completely different than most. With compromise, I'm really big on people talk about compromise when it comes to compromise to them. It's like, hey, I have my way, you have your way. So this time around, uh, abandon your way of doing something and do it my way. And people think like, yeah, that's compromise, but no, it's not. That's not compromise.
It's really not.
Yeah, compromising is coming together and be like, hey, I want to go left, you want to go right. Let's really sit down,
Right.
understand like why you think this way works. And I'll tell you why I think this way works. And we may find out like, oh, we missed something. So let's figure out which way works for the both of us. And we may determine that we might as well, go ahead and make a U-turn or something. That's what
Right.
compromise is. Finding a new way that works for the both of us.
Most definitely. I agree. I definitely agree. All right. So, what do you feel it takes for someone to be a great mate to you and for you to be a great mate to someone?
I want to start with the latter question. For me to be a great mate to somebody, I
Hmm.
have to be willing to come into this situation open minded, It's not about what I think a great mate is. Yes, there is a baseline and a standard of respecting them, honoring them, caring for them, being mindful of their emotional state, as well as having a plan for us and our legacy. But like really taking the time to study them and learning, like, okay, what really stimulates them, what really connects and resonates with them, because everybody's different. Um, and it's kind of like that whole thing, like people are one trick ponies. I think because it worked over here, it's supposed to work here, but it doesn't. So like really learning and studying my partner, not analyzing them, but just generally having a curiosity onto want to learn more about them. It's like your favorite subject. You my favorite person. So to show up every day for you, I wouldn't say it would be easy, but it doesn't feel like work because it's I want to
Right.
be here. I want to
Right.
be in this class. I want to learn more about you. So just having that when it comes to being a partner. As far as for myself, like I was saying earlier, um, the best way to see me is to see God in the sense of, hey, if you want to be in my life, pray about it
Mhm.
because I know where I'm going. I know where God is taking me, and be
Right.
real with yourself. Like, hey, is this something that I can support a man like that, who
Mhm.
is, working with other people, interacting with them, pretty much a marketplace ministry because it has its own weights. Um, just like if I was a minister in church, like this, that comes with a lot of weight. It comes with a lot of interaction with other people, and just asking yourself, like, hey, is this really something that I'm willing to? I'm not. You just put it like that to put up with because my call is my call.
Right.
Um, I'm not deviating from that.
Right.
Just like if we're locked in and we're together and we're married one day, you're my wife. I'm not walking away from that because
Mhm.
I count the cost. So just being mindful of counting the cost. If there's something you truly want, cool. If not, like I said, it's no harm, no foul, but I'm not deviating from my call to entertain or pursue anybody. So it's really being mindful of that. Like I will support you and whatever you have going on, but to
Mhm.
expect me to abandon my post, and like you said, make you an idol, that'll never
Mhm.
happen because ultimately God will deal with me, and we will
Right.
both.
That part. Most definitely. You
And I know that
don't want
sounds
nothing
harsh,
but them.
yeah, and I know like that sounds harsh, but
But it's
again,
the
my
truth.
faith is at the core of it because I've done it the other way, and
Mhm.
it is
Right.
with somebody that I truly love and desire and would lay my life down for.
Mhm.
But you know, like you said, I made that situation an idol over the calling that God had on my life, and
Right.
I made the vow to God that I'd never do that again.
Right. Right. And it's someone who can walk with you, in your purpose. So that's
Yeah.
okay. So, what do you? I'm sorry. What is your dating range? What is your dating age range?
Uh, I would say I'm 35. I don't think I could go below 27.
Mhm.
Uh, just being real with it. It's just never been a desire. I'm not quote unquote. I ain't Diddy. I ain't like that. I ain't about that life. But as far as I can see myself going to like 45, 46. That's about it. Yeah, about that range.
Okay, so let me just make sure I got this because I know you said 35 at the beginning, and then you said something about not going below 27.
Yeah,
So, what?
I'm 35, so I can't see
Oh,
myself.
okay.
I can't see myself going below 27 as far as dating down, and as
Okay.
far as going up, I don't think I could go above probably 45, 46.
Okay. All right, got it. So between 27 and 46.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So, what is your dating location preference? An example, internationally, locally within your current state or surrounding states, anywhere in the USA, And the second part to that question is, do you have a passport or are willing and able to obtain
Yes, I have a passport. Uh, I would say for me, I wouldn't mind if they're anywhere within the United States. Uh, I don't really rock with passport bros. That's a whole nother conversation. They can have it, but I want to meet somebody and we can travel together. So yeah.
one? Okay. And do you have a race preference?
Oof. I ain't gonna lie to you. I love the chocolate, but if God has somebody for me and she doesn't look like me, who am I to, you know, push that blessing away? So I will pray and but my preference is the sisters. So yeah.
All right. And the last question is, how do you want eligible and intentional daters to reach out to you?
Yeah. So you can reach out to me on IG. Uh Give me a couple of days. Sometimes it take a minute to respond, but hey, if I see it, I'll reach out. Follow me. I'll follow you back. But yeah, that's probably the best way.
Okay, now you're supposed to give out your handle.
Oh yeah. So my handle again is just John Lewis. It's JUST John JONLEWIS.
Okay, so you just only want them to reach out to you on IG or any
That's
other social
probably
media?
that's probably the best way. I'm gonna
The
be
best
honest.
way. Okay.
Yeah, that's the best way. And the other ones, the notifications be off, and you probably gonna think I left you on red. So
All righty. Okay, so all right. Well, that concludes all the questions. Is there anything else that you want to add or say?
oh man, I'm just really grateful for this opportunity to be on your platform. I really appreciate that. And for anybody, for those who are out in the market, I would just say, remain hopeful. If you're a believer, remain faithful to Christ and just seek Him first. And He's going to prepare you as you develop those fruits of the Spirit. That's ultimately preparing you for whoever He has for you. And I pray that, whoever you are waiting for, they're doing the work as well. And that way, hopefully, we all will have thriving, healthy, Christ-centered relationships.
Most definitely, and those are the best relationships to have. It causes you to less stress. All right. Well, thank you so much, John, for allowing me to interview you, being a part of the Bella Beauty Network of Bella Beauties and Bella Bows. And I just wish you the best in your journey. And until next time, I'm going to go ahead and take you off the stage.
All
And
right.
again, thank you. All right, Bella Beauties and Bella Bows. That's another great interview. Thank you for tuning in to my channel. And until next time, take care, God bless, and talk to you later. Bye bye.